Hey guys, I wanted to show you my experience with this doppelganger jump scare and also explain what I think the steps are. This was first discovered by Ryan0348, so big shout out to him, and then Cod Nambies went in and was able to work out some steps to reproduce it, so big shout out to him as well. Both their links will be down in the description. I think we all know by now that you have to have a sniper, but it doesn't matter which one. I've seen enough footage to see that it's been done by all three, the Locust, the SVG, and also the Draken. Also, I think us as a community has come to the assumption that you can't do this on solo. You have to do it with at least one other person. The next part is the trickiest, but also very simple, and I'll explain what I mean. There has been gameplay where people were doing the hallucinations like you see here, and then they were sniper scoping the head inside of these tanks. The game where I got the doppelganger to show up, and this is the footage right here, I had this hallucination going off like 5 or 6 times, and every time it went off I would go into this room and I would sniper scope the heads on each of the tanks. And this took me about an hour before I actually got this doppelganger to show up. And when I was zooming in on the heads, I would just do it for just a second, and some of the times I would do it for like 5 or 6 seconds. Sometimes I was close to the tank and sometimes I was far away. But I definitely spent a good hour doing this, and I think I sniper scoped probably 30 times easy, and this footage is from the live stream so it's a little choppy looking. I did finally get the doppelganger to appear on round 10. Now right here he appeared later, but this is round 9 and I walked over here and he was not there. Then on round 10 I come to the same location and I'm just standing in the spore. He's not there. Then I turned back around and I actually walk into him. I didn't even see him and he grabbed me and I just lost it. You guys saw the video before this one showing that. So the method that I used was what most people I think are using, and that is to have the hallucinations going by standing inside of the spores, come into this room, and while the hallucinations are going, like sniper scope the heads, and that's supposed to trigger it. Later some other videos popped up where people are saying no, you don't have to do the spore hallucinations at all you have to do is come in here and sniper scope those heads. Then I saw this footage right here, and this is Ryan. He's the first one that actually got it to appear. He is in really early rounds. All he did was turn on the power, get a sniper. He scoped 2 of the heads on the tank very, very quickly, like just barely even looked at him. That was the only time he was in that room, and about a minute and a half later he walks out and he spawned in the doppelganger. And this is all his footage right here, so big shout out to him. So 2 things we know for sure: you have to have a sniper and you have to sniper scope one of the heads on the tank, not even all of them. There does seem to be one specific trigger point for this, and what we're trying to determine right now and we're working on is, does this trigger point randomize throughout those 6 tanks? I think we've all noticed that you can go up and activate the tanks and it doesn't show that you can, but if you hold X or square on it, you hear like this water flushing noise, and it only happens for one of them, and it does randomize throughout the game, and you can only do it about every 2 minutes, I believe. So is it possible that this flushing noise that you hear is the indicator for which of the tanks is the trigger point for the doppelganger? Me and Slick are going to continue to test it and try to figure out if this could be the indicator, and I will definitely let you guys know. But so far the steps are to turn on power. Everybody's recommending to do that. Get a sniper, that is for sure. Then you want to go down and just sniper scope one of those heads. You don't have to do hallucinations. You don't have to mess with the spores at all. If the trigger point is not a randomized thing, like it doesn't randomize through those 6 tanks, then that means that the trigger point is in one of those end tanks, like before you go downstairs into the KT4, and that is based off of Ryan's footage, the guy that first got this to trigger. But this is just like any new Easter egg. When it's tricky like this, it takes time for the community to play and narrow down exactly what is needed to do the steps. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys next video.